Kelly, Executive Chef at Grilled Peppers Caterers, and I am a Chef and Cheflys chef. Chef and Cheflys is the concept of bringing the entire restaurant dining experience to your home, not just the food. Today, we're on location at the beautiful home of Mr. and Mrs. Khan, who are celebrating their 6th wedding anniversary. Shooting for the illuSions family, Food Not Work. Food Not Work is the illuSions family's way of giving back to the community, a community really in challenging times. So far, Team illuSions, together with their sponsors, have given back to the children's home, to the hospitals, to the socially displaced, all over Trinidad and Tobago, just to name a few, and will continue to give back for as long as possible. So hats off to the entire illuSions family, Fram and Larry, and their sponsors, White Oak, Carib, Campari, Smirnoff, Coca-Cola, Don Julio, and Hennessy. And remember, this is a charity-based event, so feel free to show your support to the illuSions family as well. So even though it's food, not work, it's serious business too, right? So today we're doing a sweet and spicy glazed pink salmon with a Moroccan couscous in our very own island style and flair. So let's go. Join me as I cook this wonderful entree for Mr. and Mrs. Khan. He's starting off on her Moroccan couscous. It's going to be the absolute easiest thing and the most delectable thing that I think you have ever made. It's no work at all whatsoever. So flame on, and I'm starting off on high heat very quickly. Invest in good olive oil. You'll thank me, and you'll thank all the heavens and the stars for it. It's the healthier way to eat. Right, take the heat down a little bit on this. And the same way, butter. In French cuisine, butter is a must. So I'm adding a little bit of garlic. I'm adding the rest of some pimentos. A quick stir on that. Let me get my right hand. Really, really nice. Onions, sweet onions, and our peppers will be some of the last things that we add, simply because we don't want our peppers to wilt away. We want the peppers to come through. All right, so most importantly now we're going to add, to help us with this process, a little bit of Himalayan salt, onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder. Now somebody would ask why we're using both fresh garlic and garlic powder. The powder itself actually helps to thicken up the sauces as well. A little bit of thyme. Come on, don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. And lastly, some white pepper. So our onions have caramelized. They have softened up. And to it, we're going to add our peppers now. Our Hungarian, our yellow bell. Our red bell. To this, we're going to add a little bit of rosemary, just half of a sprig. We don't want too much, right? We don't want that succotash to be overly powerful. And a little squeeze of lemon juice. Raise the heat up, flame on. Last but not least, a little touch of brown sugar, just to sweeten it up, not too much. We're going to use some of the same mixture in our Moroccan couscous, but we're going to add, of course, that Asian flair to it, the Asian flavor, the Middle Eastern flavor. All you need is some good boiling water, a little bit of garlic powder in the water, just a light seasoning. So our water is up, just a little bit of pink salt. Not much, because our couscous could be bland sometimes, so we want to make sure that we put enough flavoring in there. a touch of black pepper, just a touch, and of course thyme, but you know we say thyme, don't waste our time. And I like to add a little touch of oil to it, just a little touch to the water, because we already have oil in here, so we don't need to put too much, just a little touch to the water itself. And here we go. So we have 1 cup of couscous that we're going to add in there. And here we have a mixture of what we call jeera in Trinidad and Tobago, or what Americans and international people refer to as cumin, right? Together with some saffron powder. We're going to sprinkle all that in there. Yeah? And then we're going to add our pepper mixture. Put that right in there. And we add our water. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Lower our flame down. Hit it a quick stir. And that's it. We're going to leave this to stand covered, and then it's going to be ready. It's going to nice plump up, sucking all this juice, and be ready for us when we get back for our next dish. And now we're going to make our salmon. And I was told by Mrs. Khan that she's an absolute fan of Coca-Cola. One of the things that she said she's addicted to. And luckily enough, Coca-Cola is one of our sponsors, so I can stand here a whole day and cheese with this Coca-Cola and it will be all correct. But not because we have to eat, right? So we're gonna start off very simple by just adding some Coca-Cola. I'm adding the whole can. Well, not the whole can, half the can. Yep, that should be good. And what we have in here is our Coca-Cola. And the secret ingredient. Should I tell them the secret ingredient? No? Should I? Don't tell them? I'll tell them, I'll tell them. But the thing is, if all you tell anybody else, we're gonna have to kill all you. Each and every single one of you, all right? So in here, I have what we call in Trinidad red mango. Red mango. I know you all watching me like a crazy red mango sauce. This man crazy, you're going for red mango sauce. But the thing is, red mango has all the right notes and spices and seasonings and flavors like salt and pepper and everything, cloves, everything is well balanced inside of there, and it pairs so well with this sauce. So we're going to add this in. It has sugar in here as well, but we're going to add a little more just to thicken the sauce up and to bring it down into a caramel. So I have my heat on full blast. My Coca-Cola is melting down, and now I'm going to add my red mango, a little bit of sugar, right? Of course, seasoning, not too much, because remember the red mango already has it in there. And I have some dill here. I'm going to add the dill into there. Now, the reason why I'm adding the dill is because dill has a nice licorice type flavor to it. And that's exactly what we want in here, a nice licorice type flavor. So that's all in there. And we're just going to leave it to reduce. Oh, you smelling it? It's going to caramelize and come down to this nice glaze that we're going to coat our pink salmon with. So now we're moving on to our pink salmon. And again, very, very simple seasoning. Simple is best because we want to get the meat, we want to get the flavor, the authentic flavor, the integrity, as we say, of the meat. So I just put a little salt and some white pepper. But I'm just going to add a different kind of pepper on this one, simply because I want a nice coloring on it, on my sear. So I'm adding paprika, which is another type of pepper. And I'm going to just turn it over and do the same thing on the other side. And I'm going to just add a little bit of olive oil onto our salmon flank, our salmon steak. We're going to turn this over and we're going to do the same thing on the skin side. And we add in a little bit of olive oil to our skillet. Now we want our skillet, just like our steak, to be really, really hot because we want to get that really good sear on our skin. So we're going to put our salmon in, as I said. Remember, we just seasoned it lightly with some salt and pepper. I'm just coating all the other side, and we're putting this in skin side down. You hear that here? That's what you want to get. You want that here when you put it skin side down. And we're doing 3 pieces at a time. And another very important point, leave it alone. Don't interfere with it. Put it in and it will tell you when it's ready. You'll see a white line coming up just after the skin. That will let you know that the salmon is ready. It's starting to pull away, so that when you're ready to lift it off, it's just a matter of taking it off and flipping it over, and it's not going to rip the skin. Getting a nice crispy skin on the outside. Look at that, look at that. So I'm just adding a little touch of butter, a little knob of butter here to finish off our salmon. The skin is crispy on the outside, the salmon is nice and juicy and flaky on the inside. So let's plate. So we have our couscous, and our couscous came up really nice, just like our full meal. Fit for a queen, and she is a queen today, celebrating her 6th wedding anniversary. It's gonna go right between the two. Oh man, doesn't it look gorgeous? So remember what I told you guys about that magic sauce, that if anybody does it, we'll have to shoot you? This is it right here, so let's look at it.